Hello, my name is Holly Patrick and I'm a senior journalist at North Star Meetings Group UK. And today I'm delighted to be joined by Joanna Lunn, Sales and Marketing Manager at the Victory Services Club. Thank you for joining me.
Welcome.
Thank you. So tell us a little bit more about the Victory Services Club and how it functions as a venue.
Yeah, sure. So obviously all ranks military club, private members club. We've got over 60,000 members now. We have 7 event spaces. The event spaces is the trading side of the business. So any money made through the event side of the business gets put back into supporting our charities because we're a not-for-profit charity as well.
Right.
And we do a lot of respite and welfare breaks, and that's put towards sort of supporting that. Probably do maybe 6 a month at the moment, so hopefully that will increase, obviously, the more money we make through events. And it's for injured armed forces and their families. So we provide like a weekend break, bedrooms, all food included, and then we do an entertainment of some sort in London as well, and it's all sort of free of charge for them.
So when clients are inquiring about booking Victory Services Club, do they know about this? Is this part of the RFP that they want to give back?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the message that we do try and put across. Obviously, when we're in shows like this, that's what we try and put across. And it's also sort of what we talk about as well from an events coordination point of view as well. We always sort of start with that. So it's a nice ethos.
So it's got that strong CSR element. Then you're
exactly.
already giving back, and you can show maybe even on the day of the event there might be some respite stays happening there, or
Yes.
so you can actually see it in real time as well.
Yeah, definitely. And we do blogs about it. We write up about it. We also advertise on our website as well. Certain people don't always want to be photographed, but whether they agree, then obviously we do share it on social media and so forth. Their story as well.
God, that's really heartwarming to hear. Actually,
Yeah.
that's a really, really lovely story.
Yeah.
So that's Victory Services Club functioning as a venue. What sort of trends are you seeing around meetings that are picking your venue?
Yeah, I think we're slowly going away from the formal sit-down dinners and lunches, and we're sort of doing a bit more street food now, sort of networking, standing up events rather than sit-down sort of table plans. That seems to be working really, really well. And then people can pick and choose what they want to eat. It's not so formal, and they get around to networking and chatting to everybody as well. So that's definitely on the increase.
So that's been increasing, would you say, since the pandemic, after the pandemic?
Yes.
What do you think's behind this trend?
I just think it's a bit more modern. So I think people quite like the fact that it's not as formal. It's better for networking as well, as I said. So a lot of conferences now tend to do that, even with their lunch breaks and so forth. They won't really want to sit down. They'll always have it a bit more of a networking sort of lunch or dinner. And maybe it's due to COVID as well. People don't always want to be sat quite close to people. That could have an impact, I think. But again, I just think it's just a different trend, isn't it? And that's what we're seeing increasing at the moment.
So we're using the phrase formal and informal event. What do you think deems a formal event?
Well, because we're the military, we are a military club as well. There can be very formal sort of sit-down lunches, messes, dinners. So that's the sort of formal side of it. But then equally, even with big corporates and conferences and things like that, they do like to have a sit-down lunch and dinner still. I would say more for conferences where they do want people to mingle. Then they definitely want more of an informal impact rather than just the traditional. I would say formal's more traditional, isn't it?
I would say so. Yeah, formal
yeah.
event. When you think about that, you also think about the attire that people wear. Are you seeing anything different with what people are turning up to in events?
Yes, yeah. I think it is a lot more casual. Depending on the nature of the event, obviously, we still have the formal ones. We still have the black tie, but definitely people like to choose what they want to wear and be comfortable in what they're wearing as well. So we're definitely seeing more of that, yeah.
Definitely seeing more of that, and it gives it, like you say, that more of an informal feel, more accessible and inclusive.
Definitely, yeah.
So what's next for the Victory Services Club then?
Well, more events, obviously, to support our charities. So the more the merrier, so we can obviously support our charity aspect. People who have worked there, or people who work there, should I say, have been there for sort of 10 years plus. I mean, the person who runs all the events, Ed, he's been there for 20 years plus. It's a nice place to work, and I think once we tend to get a client in, our repeat business is really high, so we retain clients really well. So it's over 90% our retention is, which is amazing.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, so we just hope more events, please. I mean, we do an array of events, charities, associations, corporates, and then obviously we support our military organisations as well.
Fantastic. Well, it all sounds very positive and very exciting.
Yay.
Joanna, thank you for talking to me today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We'll catch up soon.
Definitely. Thank
Thanks.
you.